Conference. The mindset is conference and just get our focus for Tuskegee tonight. We watched the film yesterday, so we kind of addressed some of the things from Saturday, but our mindset, I would say at midnight on Sunday morning, was Tuskegee. Blaze has been doing a great job for us. He actually, funny enough, had his worst game Saturday, so we hope he responds. Taryn Wofford and Shakur Poteet have been doing a great job for us in the backcourt, so we just hope that their confidence and their focus kind of builds and they can fix some of the issues they had last game. Tuskegee's a very good defensive team, so the focus is just taking care of the ball and looking for opportunities, because there won't be many, to score, and then really stopping their point guard, number 11, Pennington. He's doing a great job for them.
And that'll be a wrap. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Game to come away with their second conference win. Golden Rams of Albany State getting set to host the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee University. We're live from the West Campus Arena at Albany State University for special SIAC coverage. Combination of Albany State working with Tuskegee to make this basketball broadcast happen. Glad you could join us for the coverage. Charles Ward, Dwayne Walker with the play call. And Dwayne, you heard Coach Gales talk about it, that the defense of Tuskegee is very stingy, but he is relying on a couple of players that have turned in some good performances for the Golden Rams so far.
And it all starts with point guard Shakur Poteet. He's the leading scorer on this squad, 15.3 points per game. This young man can do it at all. He's shooting very well from three-point range, over 50%, 56% to be exact. But I'm going to tell you who's going to be the key to Albany State's success. And it's not the freshman of the year from last year, Taryn Wolford and the SIAC, but it's going to be this year's freshman of the year. I will predict his name is Blaze Wallace. All he's doing so far this year, Charles, is averaging 14.5 points per game, 11.5 rebounds per contest. Very impressive.
Yes, double-double average for Blaze Wallace, the freshman from Tallahassee. And a great job by him. Also leads the team in minutes with 36 minutes. We turn to Ledger, talk about the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. You heard Coach Gale's reference. He was talking about number 11, and he's talking about DeAnthony Pennington, the junior from Kansas City, Missouri. Pennington, 31 points in the ball game against Fort Valley, a career high for him, despite the fact that they lost to the Wildcats of Fort Valley. Pennington really starting to come into his own in terms of shooting the basketball in that ball game against Fort Valley.
And not only shooting the basketball, Charles, he's averaging almost 16 points a game, but how about as a distributor, Charles? He's averaging, he's handed out 20 assists so far in the season, so really picking up his numbers in as far as that's concerned as well. But overall, he's improving and trending in the right direction.
Yeah, in that 31-point ball game against Fort Valley. His first 5 3-point shots he knocked down for them, finished 5 of 8 from behind the arc, and he was 9 of 18 shooting from the floor overall. Tuskegee losing that ball game 80-72. And really, we talked about it in the women's contest, the real Achilles heel for Tuskegee in that ball game was the number of turnovers that they had. They had 19 against Fort Valley.
So they've got to work on getting that number down, Charles. Definitely have to work on getting that number down.
Look at the starting lineup for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. It'll be Martez Jones, DeAnthony Pennington, Kathame Draper, Chris Mickens getting the start as well. And looks like it's going to be Culpepper going for them for Tuskegee as well. So it'll be Poteet, Wolford, Anthony Antoine, Jameer Moore, and Blaze Wallace, the player you referenced, Dwayne, that will start for Coach Patrick Gales in this SIAC matchup.
Charles, I've been very impressed with jersey number 44 for the white team, Blaze Wallace. I expect him to stand out tonight for the Albany State Golden Rams.
Yeah, you referenced heard Coach Gales talk about it, saying that he probably had one of his worst performances in their last ball game, and as you referenced, still averaging double-double. So.
No question. And since you're going to reference some more, let's tell you who's reffing tonight.
All
Reffing
right,
tonight
I like that.
is Jackie Sanders, Mickey Cunningham, and the very distinguished Calvin Shelby. Those are your officials for tonight's ball game.
Head coaches for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, Benji Taylor, he's in his 5th season there, and Patrick Gales in his 5th season at Albany State. Albany State predicted to finish 6th in the East, got their first conference win over Spring Hill, went into overtime to do it, but they won it 72-70. Tuskegee still looking for its first conference win of the season, come in at 1-5, 0-1 in conference play. Golden Rams 3-1 and 1-1 in SIAC play.
Their lone win, Charles, coming up in Uncasville, Connecticut.
Yep.
In the
Against
Chris
Wolves.
Paul Tip-Off Classic.
Yep. Got the Wolves of Cheney. We were there for the coverage. Anthony Antoine and Martez Jones will jump it. Basketball will belong to the Golden Rams of Albany State.
Charles, are you surprised to see Chris Mickens get the start tonight for the Tuskegee Golden Tigers?
Well, Mickens started over the weekend against Fort Valley, turned in some decent numbers in that ball game, had 6 points, 3 rebounds, and played 36 minutes.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Freshman?
Yeah.
36 ticks?
Yeah,
That's
he logged-
impressive.
Yeah, he was impressive in the game, did a lot of things that didn't really show up on the stat sheet, but played some really aggressive defense. Half-court set now, down at the block. Anthony Antoine tied up, and the whistle on the play. Late whistle, but the right call. Got him for the travel violation.
Got hung up on the pass. He's trying to distribute that basketball along the left wing, did Antoine, but got his feet tangled.
So Tuskegee with the basketball. Full court pressure by the Golden Rams. Kasami Draper brings it across the timeline. Draper over to Pennington. Pennington coming off that 31-point performance, slapping away the hand of the defender, Taryn Wolford, and whistles away from the basketball.
They're going to nail Chip Culpepper on that one, Charles. First personal on him, first of the game for either team.
So in the back court, it'll be Blaze Wallace, the freshman, to inbound it. Shakur Petit, the sophomore from Orlando, handles. Now to Wallace. Martez Jones had that defensive assignment. Coming off a cut there was Jameer Moore, but not able to get a shot airborne. Now Wolford, 14 to shoot. Jones trying to save it after good defensive work by Tuskegee in a half-court set. It'll stay with the Golden Rams. Just underway here, 19:06 left, first half.
Excellent job by Martez Jones in the passing lane, trying to cause that turnover.
10 to shoot now for the Golden Rams. Petit all the way to the rack. Shot blocked by Jones. And over to Culpepper. Culpepper lost it as it was tapped from behind by Wolford. Now across the floor they run it to Petit. He has to run it down in the corner. And back out on try to get it on a entry pass inside the Moore. And the Golden Rams will have to reset it now. They work it at the block. It's Antoine. Had it tapped. Pennington comes away with it. Pennington runs the floor. Missed on the lay-in. Somewhere in between a dunk and a lay-in, and he missed.
Didn't know if he wanted to Showtime dunk it or lay it in. Got caught up and it caught the back rim, Charles.
18:20 left in this first half. No score. Pennington, left side bounce pass to Draper. Back to DeAnthony. Wolford guarding out front. In the corner, Culpepper. Poteet has that defensive assignment. In the corner, tapped away and thrown away over to the Golden Rams. Culpepper trying a blind pass as Poteet fires a three-pointer, and he missed.
Boy, I'll tell you, the athleticism of Martez Jones is off the chart. He looked like a superhero diving in to grab that, jumping up to grab that rebound.
Yeah, he'll do that all game long. Yep. Draper way away from the basket now, trying to get it on a weave. He'll put it on the floor instead. Had it tapped and stolen away by the Golden Rams. Here comes Wolford. He didn't have any problems deciding what he wanted to do.
First 2 points of the game, Charles, with 2.5 minutes gone. It's a highlight for Taryn Wolford.
Wolford with the flush left side. 17:26 left in the first half of play. First points of the ball game comes by Wolford on the dunk. Why don't we stay here on this early break, Dwayne, if we can. Early play, half-court sets. Both teams turning it over just a little bit as things get started.
Yeah, a little sloppy to get it going here. Albany State on the year averaging 12 turnovers a game, while the Tuskegee Golden Tigers 13.5 turnovers per game. But one of the reasons why the Albany State Golden Rams are 3-1 under Coach Patrick Gale, they've been very proficient at scoring almost 70 points a game, 69.5 to be exact. They're shooting decently from the free throw line, 71%. They're out-rebounding the competition. They have more assists than the competition. And they have more blocks than their competition.
Well, that's what you want to see, more categories in your favor versus the opponent. After the timeout, Pennington across the timeline. Wolford guarding closely. Hand touching out front. The official's not going to allow that. They got Wolford out front.
A little touchy-feely. He'll let you get away with it one time, Charles, but when you go back to back, they're going to call it.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to see what he can get away with early as it relates to that defensive set.
But now he's got to be careful, Charles, not to get a quick second, and he'll find himself on the bench early here in the first half.
Pennington guarded by Wolford at the block to Draper. Draper now. Draper works it inside the paint. Hook shot and whistles back the other way.
It was a hook, all right, Charles. He took his left arm and tried to hook the defender on the plate and was called for the offensive foul.
Double hook, huh?
Double, there you go.
17:03 left first half of play. Golden Rams with a 2-0 lead. Petit works it right side, back up top. On the move left side, Anthony Antoine to the rack, missed on the floater left side, but the rebound, Wallace, he can't convert. Dylan Cummings, Cambridge out on the floor now for the Tigers. Whistles and an offensive foul by Draper inside the paint. Cambridge got the rebound, Dwayne, to try to lead that breakout for Tuskegee.
But it was excellent recognition, Charles, by Andy Antoine. He had the decisive feeling that Custom-Made Draper was going to try to attack the basket, and he simply got in position to take that charge, gave one up for the team. And Coach Benji Taylor is besides himself on the sideline for the Golden Tigers. Now he sets down.
16:34 left first half. Low scoring first couple of minutes of this ball game. 2-0 lead for the Golden Rams. Up top. This is Moore down at the block. Working it is Antoine, missed on the shot. Jones clears. Pennington up before Culpepper. Jones at the block, can't handle the pass. Lays back the other way, and Mickens comes in to try to get it away and took it away for Tuskegee.
Coach Benji Taylor saying grab the ball, Charles. And lots of times when that ball is loose, players will try to dribble the ball off the turnover instead of grabbing the ball.
Pennington with his first field goal attempt. That one's off the mark. There, backside with the putback. It's Cambridge, though, and a whistle.
Cambridge, Charles, I'm sure incentivized, if you will, to get back into that starting lineup. As you mentioned before, it was Mickens who got the starting assignment tonight, but Cambridge had been getting a bulk of those starting assignments prior to the Fort Valley game.
Timeout on the floor here, 15:54 left first half. Early 2-0 lead for the Golden Rams of Albany State over the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. We'll take a break here. More SIC basketball on the way.
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
Back live here on the West Campus Arena at Albany State University SIAC action. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee and the Golden Rams of Albany State. 2-0 lead for the Golden Rams. For the timeout, Dylan Cambridge, redshirt freshman, fired. Fouled, and he'll be at the line.
Did you say fired?
I'm looking at your note about something else. And
did you use the term fired?
I did.
Okay, let's talk about hired. Got some football news to pass along for you SIAC fans. Are you sitting down, Charles?
No, but I can.
No, you don't have to. Guess who the new head football coach is at Clark Atlanta University? Well, are you going to guess?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the candidates.
Let me save you some time. Teddy Keaton.
Oh, wow.
Teddy Keaton, who coached Allen University to a very fine season this year at Allen University, is now the new head man in Hotlanta.
Not really surprised by that. Teddy's been around this conference for a while, and as you referenced, did a good job with the Yellow Jackets of Allen University. And a chance to go to Clark Atlanta.
And listen, he did his job at Allen University. They were vying for Division II status in the SIAC conference. They went through a probationary period, and they were fully accepted this year. And he definitely made his mark on that program and exited a winner and deserving of that new opportunity at Clark Atlanta.
No question about it. Going to be a challenge at Clark Atlanta, though. Program that's been in disarray as it relates to football for quite a while. But if anybody can pull together a program that's been that way, it'll be Keaton. And back at basketball action after a missed jumper by Mickens. Martez Jones inside the paint to clean it up and got the lay in.
I have a question for you, Charles. Will Teddy Keaton try to bring David Wright with him, the quarterback?
Well, we have seen that happen when coaches leave. Players do the same. So no surprise there, and underneath, no surprise by that move by Taryn Wolford, the sophomore, underneath the defense, the left-hand scoop for the lay-in.
He is acrobatic, Charles. 4 points tonight, averaging 9.3 points per game, but his athleticism is off the charts.
And we had the chance to see them play early in the season against a ranked team in West Alabama, and Wolford just put on a show in that basketball game.
And I got to tell you, Charles, in that contest, one that you and I covered, yes, it was a 5-point win by West Alabama, but a signature win because at the time, I believe West Alabama was ranked 24th in the country.
Indeed, yeah. Good showing by the Golden Rams in that ball game. Jones at the block, whistles, spinner falls good, and they'll count the basket. He and Alex Mina just bumping shoulder to shoulder. You don't want to do that with Martez Jones.
No. Mr. Shoulders himself. Shoulder to shoulder. He's Mr. Shoulders.
Got a foul from Mina. And he's at the line, Jones is, to try to convert on a three-point play. And Tuskegee with their first lead of the ball game, 5-4.
Jones, Charles, shooting 67% from the field. 67.
Gets
only 42% from the line.
Well, he got that free throw.
He did.
6-4 lead for Tuskegee. Wallace underneath left-handed, nicely done by Blaze.
Let's see if that sets him ablaze, Charles. First 2 points of the game. Look for him to ignite moving forward.
I like that. Blaze and ignite in the same sentence you're getting there, Walker.
I'm heating up, Ward, heating up.
Give you the gold microphone.
No, sir.
Pennington's free. Thought about a three. Now back to Jones, left block. Jones working on Wallace. Shoulder down to the rack and a whistle. This one will be a jump ball. It'll stay with Tuskegee, though.
Oh, Blaze Wallace meeting the physicality of Martez Jones. That is going to be the matchup to watch tonight, Charles. 44 white, 1 burgundy.
We saw that on that play. Sign of things to come. Jones only really knows one speed once he gets inside that paint. That's hard and fast. He'll take a seat as Pennington inbounds it, and Evan Howell, the junior, with his first spot of duty. Pennington's got some space, leans back with the jumper, got it to fall.
Oh, yes, sir. How about it? DeAnthony Pennington. Coach was worried about him. Patrick Gale said he was one of the keys that they needed to stop. Well, first time Pennington's gotten on the board tonight, leading the squad in scoring, Charles, at 15.8 per clip.
Javian Johnson out on the floor now for Coach Gales. Gives it over to Dylan Edwards, who's out there as well. They go down to the block there. Blaze Wallace and Jones, or Evan Hall at the block. Knocked that one away on the block. Howell leads this team, the Golden Tigers, in blocks with a total of 4. So we'll go back the other way with the basketball.
Traveling violation to call on that. I'm trying to figure out how that transpired. I thought he was dribbling the basketball the whole way.
That is the requisite, not the travel, right?
That's
you
what
dribble.
I thought.
13:24 left first half, 8-6 lead for Tuskegee. Tigerettes of Tuskegee winners in the first ball game, 68-63 over the Lady Rams. They have had a travel there inside the paint by Antoine, but no call. Missed on the shot. Basketball over to Tuskegee. Pennington, hard push all the way through the paint and a whistle. They called that foul on Edwards for the Golden Rams. So Pennington, non-shooting, will inbound it right of the cylinder for Tuskegee. Looks to the inside. Cambridge on the cut.
Yes.
Got the lay-in.
Deep dive by Cambridge from the guard position. He came all the way from the free throw line extended, darted to the right side of the basket, and converted the hoop.
Easily done. 10-6 lead for Tuskegee now. Wallace inside the paint and back out. Now he'll work it left side. Evans guarding, or Howell guarding him defensively. Top of the key, jumper by Edwards. No, instead to Wallace. 9 to shoot on the penetration shot, partially deflected by Howell in the paint, or blocked, but it came right back to Reggie James, and James got the lay-in.
Excellent job by James not to panic once he got tied up initially with the basketball. It could have been called an alternating possession on a jump ball, but he kept his wits about him, regathered, and put the ball in the basket.
Culpepper for 3, missed on the shot, but Mickens there with a tough rebound. Now to the floor, diving to save it, Cambridge and a whistle.
Love the way Mickens, the freshman, used his body on that one. He looked like an upperclassman on the basketball IQ there, Charles. He used his body to shield off the defender to simultaneously grab that basketball and get it to his offensive player.
That play that you just saw by Mickens is exactly why he's starting again tonight, because he was doing a lot of that against Fort Valley. And again, that's not one that will really heavily show up in the stat sheet, but he kept that basketball alive. Pennington to inbound it for Tuskegee. We're down to 12-12 left, first half of play.
Got to keep your eye on Cambridge here, Charles. He tries to find the middle, and what Pennington will do, he'll look off the play. Watch this here. Here's Cambridge with it.
Across the floor, way away from the basket, as Naquan Lyons just got out there. Rainbow by Pennington to the cylinder. Lyons with a rebound in the corner to keep it alive. Naquan to the glass. Oh, yeah.
Charles, that shot by Pennington looked like one of those Charlie Scott threes from back in the day, although they didn't have threes back in that day. Did they, Charles? That three-point basket in the late 70s.
Yeah, Scott wasn't a part of that, but he
Remember
was a
Charlie
rainbow
Scott,
maker.
certainly, though.
Oh, yeah, he was a rainbow maker. Boston Celtics. My team.
I wouldn't say that too loud, Charles.
11:36 half court set. Diving forward is Lyons, and he'll get a hand up by Coach Benchy Taylor for a job well done. It'll stay with the Golden Rams, though, with 11:29 remaining in this first half. Tuskegee with a 12-8 lead. Timeout on the floor. Media timeout here inside the West Campus Arena. We'll step out. More SIC basketball on the other side of the timeout.
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
We're back live inside the West Campus Arena on the Albany State campus. Glad you could join us for this special coverage. Combination between the cooperation with Tuskegee and Albany State to be able to show you this live ball game on video while the Golden Tigers are on the road here in Albany. Rare occasion for us to do it, but we're thankful for the opportunity to do it.
Charles, I got to mention this. Although, take a look at some of our game stats so far, as we're almost halfway through the first period of play. There you see the free throw story. Not a lot of free throws so far. But, Charles, we have a capacity crowd here. I know you can see the bleachers on the far side of the court, but on the near side, right underneath us, it is wall-to-wall people.
Yeah, and we should point out a couple things about that. As that shot hit the side of the backboard or go over to Tuskegee, that one, their kids are just coming off of the Thanksgiving break. A lot of them, this is on a Monday, but a lot of them may not even still be back yet based upon their class schedule. But for a Monday night after Thanksgiving, a good crowd. And the second point to make is that we are playing here in the West Campus Arena, which is the part of the campus which is farther away than the original Albany State campus, which is where the students live. They have to kind of be bussed out here, caravanned out here to play in this facility. And a good showing by the faithfuls for Albany State in terms of the crowd support here on the West Campus.
No question, they've been boisterous for both the women's game and now the men's game. So nice crowd to have here on a Monday.
11:03 left in the first half of the men's contest. Tuskegee with a 12-8 lead. Series between these teams dating back to 2013. Tuskegee with an 11-6 lead. The last meeting was the early part of last year in the front half of the season. Free throws off the mark by Culpeper. Albany State won that ball game 72-67. That game played at Tuskegee.
Charles, Culpeper really struggling this season so far. Only one made free throw out of 6 attempts now on the season.
Anthony Antoine up top, reverse lay-in, nicely done down low by Calvino Stallworth, the freshman from Smyrna, Georgia.
Andy Antoine did an excellent job spotting Calvino, cutting towards the basket, and laid it off to him for the bucket.
Austin Taylor out on the floor now for Tuskegee. Over to Martez Jones, who's back out. Chip Culpeper handles out front. Now Lyons with the basketball. Want to see if they can really get him going. Naquan lost this dribble. And 7 to shoot now for Tuskegee.
3 seconds, Charles.
Jones won't get it airborne. Well, it looks like they may have gotten a foul call before the shot clock violation, Walker.
He did.
Yeah.
He just got the free throw up. I'm sorry, the field goal attempt up, and now he will go to the line for the 22nd time this season.
Boy, you talk about fractions of a second. Just got that ball airborne before it would have been a violation. Talk about player instinct and feel for the game, and as it relates to time as well. Jones missed on the first free throw. That part of the ball game all in your head in terms of knowing when you got to get a shot off before that buzzer. Good job by Jones on that. Not so good on the free throws thus far. Missed on the first. 1 of 2 from the line for the junior from Tuskegee. Make it 12-10, or 13-10 after that one free throw by Martez.
He's got 6 of his team's 13, Charles.
Shamir Moore handles out front for the Golden Rams. Now over to the sophomore Petit. We're under 10 minutes left first half. On the weave is Wolford, and going back the other way. Players bunching it up down inside the paint, and they'll get one of the Golden Rams for a foul on the inside. Alex Mina, the freshman from Kibdu, Columbia, commits
First
that
time
foul.
we've gotten a look at him today, Charles. Didn't get a whole lot of playing time.
Get him for the foul on the other end of the floor. Lyons kicked it, and we go back the other way. So Tuskegee turns it over, giving it right back to the Golden Rams with 9:43 left first half. 3-point differential. Golden Rams trail it. Taryn Wolford with the basketball. Second team all SIAC, and as you referenced, Dwayne, freshman of the year last year. Wallace on a weave to Wolford. Now back to Wallace at the block. Culpepper going to be guilty of the foul. And what do you call it? The mouse in the house? I think they recognize that one with Wallace on Culpepper at the base.
Wofford recognizing that mismatch and immediately attempted to exploit it.
Sure, and Coach Taylor going immediately to Draper back into the lineup.
Jameer Moore now checks back into the ball game. He may have been sat down for not going after the basketball.
He's got it in the corner. Line drive jumper off the mark. Basketball tapped out of bounds. Mina and Kasami Draper fighting for it. They say Draper touched it last. So Tuskegee or Golden Rams will have it just right of their cylinder. Jones and Wallace each getting warnings from the officials. And they call looks like it's going to go against Marquez Jones. The backside official was peering in on that, Dwayne, from the previous warning to both players. And apparently it continued into that entry pass, and they get Jones with a foul.
And Jones has to be careful here, Charles, not to draw his second personal foul. He's already fouled out of a game this year. But again, you want to make sure you keep your composure because you want to stay in the game.
Jones with the rebound after the missed shot out front by Poteet. Entry pass, Draper, right side Culpepper. Back up to Draper, top of the key. Kasami backs out now, pushes it across the floor to Pennington. Mickens for three, oh yeah.
Okay. How about it for Chris Mickens, Charles? We've been on him so far this year about his shooting percentages, but he stroked that one quite nicely.
Yeah, comfortable on the look there. Make it 16-10 after the triple. Poteet all the way through. Wolford, left corner for three. Left it on the iron. Wallace with the rebound. Mickens at the base, trying to strip it clear, but they'll get him for the foul. He gets cheered on by Coach Taylor. He thought for sure that he stripped it clean underneath. But that is the kind of thing you're talking about with Chris Mickens. Just has that headsy ability to be near that basketball and try to make something happen.
Plays Wallace, who's at the line, Charles. This guy's a walking double-double, 14.5 points to go along with 11.5 rebounds as he converts the free throw attempt right there. And for this young man, Charles, he provides a lot, shooting 77% from the line, 23 of 30 coming in.
Got them both from the line that trip for the Golden Rams. 8:34 remains first half. Pennington in the backcourt. Poteet will meet him there. Mickens in the front court. Entry pass, Kasami Draper. Draper across the floor. Culpepper free with a jumper there. Off, it looked off, and it was. Wolford clears for the Golden Rams. Bounce pass up to Poteet. Shakur works it inside the paint all the way through to Wolford in the left corner. Now Moore straight on with a jumper and knocks it down for the Golden Rams. That's a triple.
Charles, that's what Jameer Moore does. He's the three-point specialist for this Albany State Golden Ram squad.
Good movement by the Golden Rams. That trip down the floor. The lead is one for Tuskegee. Draper slides the paint right side to the rack. Got it to fall on a late whistle. Kasami headed to the line for the Golden Tigers.
Did they say four? They didn't say four, did they, on Mena? That's his first personal, correct?
Yeah, I don't think it's four. 7:49, that would be a quick four. 18-15, Tuskegee leads. Take a quick time out here. More SIC basketball after the break.
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easy to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
Welcome back in, Dwayne Walker, Charles Ward, or should I say Charles Ward and Dwayne Walker?
No, you had the right order. Yeah. Just glad to be on your coattails.
No, my bad on that.
No.
18-15, Tuskegee leading the Albany State Golden Rams. 7 minutes and 49 seconds to play. Tuskegee comes into this game with a record of 1-5. The Albany State Golden Rams 3-1, including a huge victory over West Alabama, 24th ranked Alabama, 70-65, just a few weeks back.
And a big overtime win against the Badgers of Spring Hill earlier this week to get their first conference win of the season. After the timeout, Kasami Draper to the line to try to convert a three-point play. It rattles good from the free throw line. And Tuskegee extends his lead 19-15. 7:40 left, first half of play. Anthony Antoine back out on the floor, handles the basketball. Good bounce pass to Poteet. Now to Blaze Wallace. Wallace back to Poteet. Lost it inside the paint. Culpepper clears for Tuskegee. Pennington with the hop step across the timeline. Got some space. Rainbow three. Back of the iron. Chase down. Jones in the corner. Saves it for Tuskegee. Draper away from the basket. Mickens pops out. He'll handle out front. 7:08 remains first half. 4 to shoot. Draper's going to make a move left side. Lost the basketball. And we got another foul. Walker
Wow.
just before another shot clock violation.
Second time we've seen that happen in the game, Charles, where they just get an attempt up before the shot clock runs down. It was Martez Jones the first time. Draper this go-round.
And it was Jackie Sanders, the referee, bailing him out both times. So Tuskegee can win this ball game. It might be a dinner in order for Sanders. We're at the 7-minute mark, first half. 19-15 lead for Tuskegee. We'll make it 20 now if Draper hits that first free throw. And Kasami good on both from the line. Draper takes a seat. Naquan Lyons, the freshman from Petersburg, Virginia, back out on the floor for Coach Taylor. On the way, Moore handles out front for the Golden Rams. Now over to Wolford. Whistle, so we're going back the other way. Jameer Moore has that favorite pose of the player that just got nabbed with something.
Call it LeBron. Who, me?
Sure,
What did I
me.
do?
Sure.
What did I do?
Tuskegee with the basketball. We're under 7 minutes left first half. 21-15 they lead. Pennington, left side, Lyons. Naquan surveys. Hard push by him, left side to the rack. Missed on the lay-in, though. They're going to call Jones. Looks like over the back. Oh, no, Pennington?
Yeah, they're going to get Pennington saying that he went over the back off that rebound. And so we'll walk all the way to the other side. We're in the double bonus situation.
Yeah, Pennington assuming the look now, Dwayne.
Who, me?
Yeah. Still gesturing. It can't be me.
Can't be. Shakur Petit will step to the free throw line. Charles, he's been kind of quiet. As I mentioned before, he's the leading scorer for this squad, coming in with an average of 15.3 points per game, but yet to hit the scoring column tonight.
You talk about Blaze Wallace and double-double average in the last ball game. Petit went double-double, had 26 points, 9 of 14 from the floor, 5 of 7 from behind the arc with 10 rebounds in that win over the Badgers of Spring Hill. They went to overtime, and part of the reason they won is that performance by Shakur Petit.
But he's also a very fine free throw shooter, Charles. He's made 12 of now 15 free throws on the year. That's an 80% percentage. Quite nice.
And doing well from behind the arc as well. Came into today's ball game shooting 56% from behind the arc, 10 of 18.
Extended press now and being employed by the Golden Rams now, Charles.
Pennington at the sideline, up the floor to Mickens. Mickens bounce pass to Jones, a little bit slow on that bounce pass. Maybe they would get something going with a quicker pass. And a whistle at the block. Oh, wow, they call that on Martez Jones on another hook. Looks like it.
It was, Charles. And there's that second foul we're trying to get Jones to avoid, and he'll come out of the game here shortly, I would almost bet, with 6:16 to play left in this half. Don't want to get him his third foul.
6:10 left.
And if you're the Golden Rams, Charles, you want to go right at him on this sequence to get him out of there.
Wolford behind the arc trying to bounce it inside. Doubled up down there is Anthony. Got it back to Petit. Up top, Wolford's free. Fires a three. Got it. 5:46 left. Tuskegee leading by a point after the three-pointer by Taryn Wolford.
Wolford leading all scores with 7, Charles.
Dangerous pass. Pennington runs it down. Right now, Tuskegee not in any set offense. And to the glass. And a whistle.
He took 3.5 steps on that move to the basket, Charles.
Oh,
and that's a no-no.
Evan Howell getting out on the floor, addressing that situation you were talking about, Dwayne, with Martez Jones going to the bench. Got to preserve his fouls. We're under 5:30 remaining, first half. Petit. Entry pass, Wallace at the foul line. Pennington guarding. Blaze drops back with a jumper and knocked it down.
He's got 6, Charles, almost half towards his average.
Yeah, Pennington chose his poison on that one. Whether Blaze try to penetrate on him or let him shoot the jumper. And Wallace good with the jumper at foul line. Golden Rams with a 1-point lead now, 22-21. Pennington jumped out front. He'll slide right side all the way through and whistles on the penetration and a travel violation.
Pennington is, I don't get it. The last couple times down the floor, he's taking an extra step. Might be the new shoes, Charles. I've noticed that the entire the entire Golden Tigers team donned in red shoes.
Yeah, you know, was there for the basketball game last week and stopped by one of the apparel shops in the city.
Really?
And they have a Tuskegee modeled Nike shoe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are Nikes then.
I can't tell from this vantage point, but the ones that were inside the store, obviously a little more colorful with both colors for Tuskegee.
But you know what, Charles? I'm going to make this observation. Okay, there we go. All of the players have on the shoes except Naquan Lyons. He's standing underneath the basket right now, and he's the only Tuskegee Tiger who I see with white sneakers on.
Interesting. Wonder if it's an issue of size.
Could be. And so they're going to nail that foul on Lyons, who we're just speaking of. First personal foul on him. Both teams are now in the double bonus, which means all free throws, all fouls will be 2 attempts, unless, of course, it being a personal, an offensive foul, a charging foul, yes. Player control foul, that's the correct term, sorry.
4:34 remains here, first half. 22-21 lead for the Golden Rams. Just trying to see if I can't find my binoculars to get a better look at those shoes to see if they are in fact Nikes.
You're being serious too, aren't you, Ward?
Yeah. Culpepper quickly back the other way, back out front. Mickens. Chris fires for 3, front of the iron, but he'll chase down the rebound after his own shot fell off.
Fortuitous bounce for Mickens. Bounce right to him. We see Tyshawn Boyce in the game for the first time tonight. The 6'9" freshman out of W.D. Mohammed.
And stripped of the basketball as Pennington takes it right back. James stripped him. Pennington stripped him. Mickens foul on extended. Missed, but Chip Culpepper there with a follow and a lay-in.
Culpepper with the chip in. First time he's on the board tonight, Charles.
I like that. First big word a few minutes ago, fortuitous, and now you're coming in with a little play on words with Culpepper and chipping.
Oh, Charles.
Oh, boy, you're hot, right?
Try to extend the old vocabulary a little.
There you go.
Just like Mickens is extending this defense for the Golden Tigers.
3:30 remains. Wallace fires an air ball. Basketball back over to Tuskegee.
Perhaps Wallace pressing just a little with just 6 points so far in this contest. Hasn't taken a whole lot of shots.
Tyshawn Boyce set to check in next dead ball for Coach Taylor. They'll do it after the timeout. 3:27 remains first half. Tuskegee by a point, 23-22 over the Golden Rams. Back with more SIAC basketball after this break.
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
Take a look at some of the stats here from this first half of play. From the floor, Tuskegee 44%, 8 of 18, 8 of 21 shooting for the Golden Rams at 38%. 66% shooting from the line for Tuskegee at 6 of 9, 4 of 7, or 57% shooting from the free throw line for the Golden Rams. 3 points, just 1 for the Golden Tigers and 2 for the Golden Rams. Turnovers, a big category here. 13 by Tuskegee already, 7 by the Golden Rams. That's the number the Golden Tigers certainly wanted to suppress in this basketball game with 3:27 remaining in the first half. Right now at 13, full court pressure now. Pennington trying to spin his way out of that. Works it across the timeline. Jones back out on the floor. Out top to Draper.
Risky move, Charles, in putting Jones, inserting him back into the lineup. And he's being ultra.
Getting that inside play is what they need offensively as he backs inside. And not the result they wanted, Walt.
Called a traveling violation. We've seen a number of those turnovers so far in the first half by the Tuskegee Golden Tigers. Several traveling violations with the basketball.
3 minutes remains first half. It's turnover number 14 for Tuskegee. Tuskegee shows full court pressure as Javian Johnson, the senior, handles in the backcourt. Over to Wolford. Now Moore across the timeline. Johnson trying to leave it behind for Wolford. That's the way you do it.
Now that's how you make an entrance if you're Jalen Johnson. That was what's what you call nonverbal communication. Johnson, he saw Wolford streaking down the right side of the court from the three-point line and just laid a perfect alley-oop.
In the backcourt, Draper tied up there, trying to get a timeout if he can. They're stripping, and Coach Taylor trying to call a timeout. Finally got it called. Draper and the strap to hang on to that basketball. 2:38 remains. And the Golden Rams starting to amp the pace up just a bit here, favoring them, Walker.
Charles, I don't believe I've ever seen Coach Benji Taylor that hyped up. He was screaming at the official, timeout, timeout, timeout. Tried to save a possession here with his club trying to retake the lead on this next possession.
Yeah, he's very animated as it relates to supporting his team and the things that he's trying to call on the floor. But always the kind of coach that doesn't really take it out on the players. He's more of a teacher to the players than any other coach that I know. But just has to have that balance of just intensity and emotion for the game, and then just calmness with these players he's gotten, particularly this group because they're so young. Golden Rams with a 1-point lead. Tuskegee difficulty getting the basketball in that back court, trying to get it into the front court. Mickens handles in the back court now. Wolford, one of the better defenders for the Golden Rams, guarding him. Draper across the timeline. Works it back out front to Pennington. Already under 10 to shoot now. Pennington cross dribble left side. Pops with the jumper. Missed on the shot. Draper with the rebound. Missed on the putback. Rebound Jones.
And that's, Charles, is what we did not want to happen if you're a Golden Tigers fan.
Wow.
Told you about putting Martez Jones in a situation where he could garner his third foul, which would put him in foul trouble. You see how aggressive he was being on both ends of the court, and they sucked him in, Charles. He drew his third personal foul. They got to get him out.
Right now, Coach Taylor hasn't made a move to get him out. Probably do it after this free throw set here from Wallace at the line.
Look for Howell to come replace him, Charles. 34 for number 1 after this free throw attempt by Wallace.
Good call, Howell. They're already at the scorer's table. Wallace missing on the first. And it's just, sometimes it could just be the way that it looks in terms of the fouls on Jones.
You could kind of tell that he was on his way to collecting another foul just because of his aggressive nature.
Yeah.
And in that case, you really have to protect him by just sitting him down the last 5:20, just let him rock out in the second half. But you can't give him his third foul in the first, because to begin the second half, you're a little hesitant of even starting him.
Sure.
So he doesn't get his fourth.
But the problem is you just cannot go an extended amount of time on the floor without him being out there. Pennington turns with a jumper, and Rimmer is good.
Wow, that was a difficult shot, Charles. I'll give that an 8.9 out of 10 on difficulty, but he nailed it.
I'll give you that one as well. I'm with you on that call. 25-24 lead. Tuskegee's gotten it back with 1:45 left. Across the floor on the move now is Javian Johnson. Left corner, Moore doubled down there. James back to Moore. Fires a jumper and nails it there for the Golden Rams. You said Moore was their guy, and Moore knocked that one down.
That is his specialty, Charles. Second three-point basket of the game. And coming in this season, Charles, he was 6 of 19 from the field. Now he's made a couple. Now he's 8 of 22.
Pennington again to the rack. This time the tap by Cambridge. Right side following the shot.
Freshman doing a nice job in a reserve role, getting in the scoring column. He's got 5 points with a minute to play in this first half. Knotted at 27 all.
James, the senior from Trenton, New Jersey, with it inside the paint. Johnson to Wallace. Wallace to the rack. Got the lay-in and a whistle.
Charles, that is pure strength again. When I add the K into it, Charles, that means it's some extra.
Real strong.
Strong, strength, whatever you want to say, Charles. But that young man has it. Quietly has put in 8 points tonight, 3 field goals, a couple of free throws, and we'll have an opportunity again at the line.
Calvino Stallworth onto the floor now for Coach Gales. He'll replace Moore after he hit that last jumper. Chance for the Golden Rams to go up by 3 at Wallace from the free throw line. Shot it hard and he missed. Rebound cleared by Evan Howell. Howell up to Mickens. Mickens across the timeline now. On the weave, gives it to Pennington. Wolford with that defensive assignment.
Charles, let's see if they try to run Cambridge for a 3-point attempt here down the stretch.
Cambridge from behind, you can see that coming. They tapped it right away from him, but they tied up on the floor. Look at Howell fighting for it. Now Cambridge has it. And it'll stay with the Golden Tigers. One of the Golden Rams kicked it.
So, Charles, on this sequence right here, they'll try to dive a player towards the basket. But on this one, they might be trying to set up Cambridge. Normally, Pennington would take that basketball out and try to hit a cutting Cambridge to the basket. different sequence here on an out-of-bounds play.
2-second differential between game and shot clock.
And now the officials gathering. 3-point line extended. Tonight's officials, Jackie Sanders, longtime vet, Mickey Cunningham, along with Calvin Shelby. They're all deciding where the basketball is going to be and how much time they're going to put on the shot clock. So they're going to refresh it for 20 seconds.
Yeah, they do to 20. Mickens surveys, pushed it in the corner to Pennington. He's doubled right there by virtue of the pass coming to him in the corner. Anthony slide past the Lions. Naquan 10 to shoot in the corner. Got a jumper airborne. Nails it there for the Golden Tigers.
Prettily done by Lions. Lions has gotten 4.
So Lions with a roar there to make it tied at 29. 8.3 remaining in this first half. We'll stay with this timeout here, Walker. Good execution. We're talking about who would actually get that shot, that trip down the floor. They did get it in the corner to Naquan. And that's part of the strategy of Coach Taylor. He is high on Naquan Lyons. He was out for most of the front half of the season, off with an ankle injury, but back now. Take a look at some of the stats at this point in the ball game. Still 6 of 9 shooting from the free throw line for Tuskegee, 4 of 10 for the Golden Rams, 66% compared to 40%. The turnovers, the real big category. Twice as many for Tuskegee with 14 compared to 7 for the Golden Rams, and only 1 fast point break in this basketball game. That belongs to Tuskegee.
Charles, I know you mentioned a little surprised to see Naquan Lyons take that shot and convert that shot. He's a guy that started the first 2 games of the season against Union and then against Shorter. Came up limp and hadn't played for a couple of games, just reinserted back in the lineup 2 games ago.
Poteet at the baseline, and he stepped on the inbound line. Good verge down at that baseline with Evan Howell and Chris Mickens to force Poteet onto the inbound line. So Tuskegee with 4.2 seconds left, a chance to take a lead into the locker room.
Solid job by the Golden Tigers of using that extra defender, i.e. the sideline, the inline, and causing that turnover.
So if they can get it airborne, Pennington got it to the rack, banked it. It's close. It's after 5 here in Albany. So at the break, we're tied at 29, Golden Rams and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Take a time out here. More SIAC basketball headed your way. A special joint venture between Albany State and Tuskegee to have this televised ball game for the home fans of Tuskegee when on the road is normally audio. Thanks to the folks at Albany State for that. Timeout. Back with more basketball after this.
We are a university of amazing differences.
One of culture and diversity that span our community and link us each to another. Whoever you are,
Wherever you're from,
we are proud to welcome you
to the best university and HBCU.
in the world.
Welcome to the unsinkable
Indestructible
Albany State University.
I chose ASU mostly because of its affordability. I would have all these amazing research opportunities with wonderful professors, and I would also have access to clubs and organizations that would enhance me both professionally and personally. Finding all of that in such an affordable place, in such a beautiful location, was unbeatable for me.
I chose Albany State because it was an affiliate school to a medical school I'm trying to attend, and being that I already reside in Georgia, it was important that I stay close to home.
I value being able to do more things in more fields than people expect you to, because that way when you go into a professional setting, when you go into just a regular societal setting, you have a much bigger advantage, and ASU gives you that, having such broad opportunities.
My major is biology with a concentration in biotechnology, and the thing I like most about my major is the fact that you learn things in lab that they're very applicable to the workforce today.
Because of the small faculty to student ratio, we're able to talk to our professors anytime.
It really is a place where the professors do care about you.
It's really easy to make friends here, and just having that sense of close-knitness made being at ASU a much smoother transition than I would have had if I was at any other school.
I felt like ASU brought me out of my shell. They allowed me to become me. They allowed me to become who I was supposed to be.
I have received so much love and so much support, and this is coming from my professors, my peers, the administration, and I didn't expect that. So that's one thing that I will carry with me wherever I go because I was at ASU.
As we showcase this amazing campus of ours, we celebrate all that makes us who we are. Our students,
Our faculty,
our staff,
our alumni,
our community.
we encourage you to ignite your journey.
Ignite your mind.
Ignite your passion. Albany State University. Excellence is the standard.
Welcome to Park In by Radisson Albany. Staying with us opens the door to great amenities and easy access to the very best of what this area has to offer. Located just off Dawson Road at Highway 82, we're an excellent choice of Albany State University hotels and are near Procter & Gamble. Exceptional convenience to the best local attractions helps you save on transportation costs. Attractions nearby include the Flint River Aquarium, Thornatiska Heritage Center, and education-oriented Sheehawk Park. Get your blood flowing in our seasonal outdoor pool after your wake-up call. You may want to have lunch or dinner nearby at Henry Campbell's or Los Vaqueros. Previous reviews show us to be a great place to stay for comfort, value, and convenience. www.mclbalbanyhotel.com.
Tuskegee didn't start off as a big campus. It started off in a small shack in the back of a church. The focus was always to build the community up. We share in a culture together that it's kind of hard to explain. You gotta live it, you gotta enjoy it. It's the HBCU experience. It's nothing short than beautiful. So my name is Dia Hunter. I am an assistant professor of construction management here at Tuskegee. The students make the institution special. You're gonna deal with students that are brilliant, students who have a mind for construction. They bring diverse backgrounds, diverse ways of life. I love sharing this with students. I love giving them the tools that they need in order to be great at it.
Just because we're at HBCU doesn't mean our education is different. Don't get me wrong, we have different values and traditions and culture and things like that. So we're gonna have different outlooks, different understandings on things, and that makes for a better company is diverse minds. I am Kaylin Parham, a graduating senior construction science and management major, hailing from the Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama. And to be a part of Tuskegee University's construction science and management program is to be a part of history. In this field, I'm underrepresented. I'm a Black woman, so obviously it's not going to be a lot of people like me, and that's okay because we're still working for diversity. But the part that I would like to see more is the inclusion part. So yes, you have a Black girl here and an Asian guy there, but do they feel comfortable in this environment? Do they feel like they're actually a part of the team? Let's start with HBCUs. And coming here and getting to know our students and our programs, you'll see that not only are we coming with the knowledge that you need us to have, but we also have some different perspectives. You might not have.
We have to give back. Everybody counts or nobody counts. And that's got to be part of leadership. By Procore taking the lead on this scholarship program and partnering with AGC as a Grand Slam home run. Well, I'm Bob Bowen, chairman and founder of Bowen Engineering. We can make a real difference in our industry, in our community, in our society. We're a better place to go than Tuskegee or the other HBCUs.
The Lifting the Veil of Ignorance statue represents Booker T. Washington telling all the slaves what they can be in the world. Today, I think the Lifting the Veil statue represents what we're showing the world. Hey, we got great students that can produce great work in all disciplines. HBCUs produce top students. My name is Dr. Shauna L. Rogers. I'm associate professor at Tuskegee University. Right now, diversity is what we need in this country. Specifically construction, we're running out of workers. The more that we are open to diversity, the more we're open to giving these students chances, it'll make everything better. Hey, we're here. It's 11 HBCUs that offer construction science, construction management. All 11 have great students. All 11 are well prepared. You just got to give them a chance.
We are a university of amazing differences.
One of culture and diversity that span our community and link us each to another. Whoever you are,
Wherever you're from,
we are proud to welcome you
to the best university and HBCU
in the world.
Welcome to the unsinkable,
Indestructible
Albany State University.
I chose ASU mostly because of its affordability. I would have all these amazing research opportunities with wonderful professors, and I would also have access to clubs and organizations that would enhance me both professionally and personally. Finding all of that in such an affordable place, in such a beautiful location, was unbeatable for me.
I chose Albany State because it was an affiliate school to a medical school I'm trying to attend, and being that I already reside in Georgia, it was important that I stay close to home.
I value being able to do more things in more fields than people expect you to, because that way when you go into a professional setting, when you go into just a regular societal setting, you have a much bigger advantage, and ASU gives you that, having such broad opportunities.
My major is biology with a concentration in biotechnology, and the thing I like most about my major is the fact that you learn things in lab that they're very applicable to the workforce today.
Because of the small faculty to student ratio, we're able to talk to our professors anytime.
It really is a place where the professors do care about you.
It's really easy to make friends here, and just having that sense of close-knitness made being at ASU a much smoother transition than I would have had if I was at any other school.
I felt like ASU brought me out of my shell. They allowed me to become me. They allowed me to become who I was supposed to be.
I have received so much love and so much support, and this is coming from my professors, my peers, the administration, and I didn't expect that. So that's one thing that I will carry with me wherever I go because I was at ASU.
As we showcase this amazing campus of ours, we celebrate all that makes us who we are. Our students,
Our faculty,
our staff,
our alumni,
our community.
We encourage you to ignite your journey.
Ignite your mind.
Ignite your passion. Albany State University. Excellence is the standard.
Welcome to Park In by Radisson Albany. Staying with us opens the door to great amenities and easy access to the very best of what this area has to offer. Located just off Dawson Road at Highway 82, we're an excellent choice of Albany State University hotels and are near Procter & Gamble. Exceptional convenience to the best local attractions helps you save on transportation costs. Attractions nearby include the Flint River Aquarium, Thornatiska Heritage Center, and education-oriented Sheehawk Park. Get your blood flowing in our seasonal outdoor pool after your wake-up call. You may want to have lunch or dinner nearby at Henry Campbell's or Los Vaqueros. Previous reviews show us to be a great place to stay for comfort, value, and convenience. www.mclbalbanyhotel.com.
And we're back live on the West Campus of Albany State University at the arena as the Golden Rams host the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. SIAC basketball. Charles Ward, Dwayne Walker with the play call. And Dwayne, they're tied at 29 each as we start the second half. Take a look at some of the first half stats.
Yeah, we can see the free throw story. Tuskegee shooting 6 of 9 from the charity stripe, 67%. But how about Albany State really struggling? 4 of 10, just 40%. 2-point field goal percentages are close, 48 for Tuskegee compared to 46 for Albany State. How about from distance? Tuskegee mastered just 1 3-point basket out of 7 attempts, while Albany State 3 of 8 for 37.5%. But this is the difference in the ballgame so far. How about the rebounding story? 18 total for Tuskegee compared to 7 by Albany State. Wow.
Yeah, big difference there. Turnovers. Another big factor, Walt.
Man, Tuskegee, a couple of touchdowns worth 14 in that first half.
Just can't get that football out of your mouth.
No, I can't.
Yeah, that number is at the break a lot higher than what they wanted. No question about it. Just getting ready to start the second half. One of these teams on his way to its first conference win of the season. Our correction, Tuskegee looking for his first conference win. Golden Rams got theirs against Spring Hill in an overtime game just a few days ago. Golden Rams at 3-1 overall and 1-0 in conference play. Tuskegee 1-5 overall and 0-1 in SIAC play. Special thanks to Albany State in conjunction with Tuskegee University Athletics to be able to show you this basketball game here in Albany. Albany Golden Rams Network covering their games at home and kind enough to put their production team on loan to us to allow us to provide you with video coverage for Tuskegee fans across the world. Second half set to get underway. Poteet handles the basketball. Wolford, Poteet, Wallace, Anthony, and Moore out on the floor for Coach Patrick Gales. Mickens, Culpepper, Pennington, Jones, and Draper starting the second half for Coach Taylor. Poteet pushes a 3 from outside front of the iron. Wallace over the back of Draper, but no call that trip down inside the paint.
Coach Charles, I must admit I'm a little surprised that Martez Jones is starting the second half of play out on the floor with those 3 fouls. You have to protect him. He can't commit his 4th foul here outside of 10 minutes to go in this regulation.
Pennington out front. Handles left side. Trying to make an additional point on that, Walker, after this play. Down at the baseline, a bullet pass trying to get it inside the Jones. Tapped by Wallace. Back over to the Golden Rams. Still early in the season, Walk. This situation where he has Jones out on the floor, wondering if it may just be a teachable moment for Coach Taylor trying to get Martez get into his head about you have to play under control even with these fouls. As the season elapses, we're going to need you, and try to see if he can't work his way through a perilous situation with a lot of fouls. Talk about danger from outside. Jameer Moore knocks down a three-pointer for the Golden Rams.
Trifecta for Moore, Charles. He hit all 6 of his points with off of three-pointers. He's got 3 3-point buckets tonight for a total of 9 points.
Half-court set now. Dangerous pass at the corner. Knocked out of bounds by Wolford. It'll stay with Tuskegee. Maybe a sacrifice for a greater good with Martez if he does fall out of this basketball game early. Pennington out front. And the real flip of it really may just be what we talked about late in the first half. Over to Jones, left block and a whistle there. Wallace trying to catch up with that play, commits the foul. It is difficult for Tuskegee to stay in any kind of rhythm, particularly on the defensive end of the floor, if Jones is out of there because of his prowess as a rebounder.
Blaze Wallace a little bit late coming over on that rotation, committing the foul. It'll send Jones to the free throw line.
18:33 left in the ball game. Jones missed on the first free throw.
He made a couple of free throws in the first half, but missed on that one, as you just said, Charles.
32-29, three-pointer by Moore to start the second half for the Golden Rams. Gives them the lead as Jones missed them both from the line for Tuskegee.
Ouch, that hurts.
Tuskegee just 52% from the line, 15-29 in their loss to Fort Valley. Poteet pushes back out front, whistles, and a travel violation. So turnover gives it to Tuskegee. Draper in the backcourt to inbound it. 18-14 remains.
Full court pressure here, Charles, as Golden Rams trying to force the action.
Pennington guarded by Poteet. DeAnthony up top, Jones trying to get it to Draper on the inside. Mickens out front instead. Now Draper away from the arc. Foul line extended, wants to get closer. Pushes his way in to the rack. The floater off the mark, got his own rebound. Missed on the putback. It's loose on the floor. Wallace has it, and so do the Golden Rams. Back to Moore. Pops a three again, same result.
He is just unconscious right now, Charles. He's just letting it rip. He's not even thinking about it. 4 trifectas tonight for 12 points. Lead all scorers.
17:27 left, 35-29. Golden Rams with the lead. They try to double Pennington out front. DeAnthony left it in traffic and threw it away to Poteet. Mickens guarding. Poteet inside. Good work by Chris. It's loose on the floor. It comes to Moore. Back to Poteet. He fires a three. Backside rebound, Pennington and Tuskegee.
Tremendous job by Mickens, the freshman, playing like an upperclassman on the defensive side, really playing with a lot of moxie and smarts.
Yeah, great job to deny that. Been an easy bucket there for the Golden Rams otherwise. Mickens, the freshman, hard right side, got the lay-in.
Right on cue, Charles Ward.
Yes, freshman showing his wear. I think he's signaling to come out of the game here, maybe a little bit winded. Anthony back to Moore, same spot on the floor, same result.
How can you leave him open? You cannot leave him. Number 24 on Tuskegee side, Mickens, is assigned to guard Moore. You can't take him out of your eyesight, and he did. They've done that 3 times so far in the second half, and Moore has made him pay with 9 points in succession.
We talked about, Walker, just how things in basketball build on things from before. Just a few minutes ago, Mickens hustling down the floor to get that break up defensively, worked his way back on the other end and got a lay-in, but was signaling to Coach Taylor that he needed a breather. On the defensive end, you talked about him being assigned on Moore, just not able to get there because of fatigue. And Moore, like you said, made him pay. 16-27.
And to his credit, Mickens was signaling, hey, Coach, get me, hey, Coach, get me. So I understand.
Sure. But you still got to get there, right?
Yeah, you still got to get there, right? No excuses. You still got to get there.
I'll get you after you get there.
Right. Right.
Meanwhile, Jameer Moore just back-to-back-to-back triples for the Golden Rams in this second half. They lead at 38-31. Yeah, Moore's just in the zone right now. See who is going to get that defensive assignment when they come back.
So they've gotten Mickens out of the game. His replacement is Austin Taylor is in the ballgame.
Cambridge is out there as well. So we'll see if Taylor truly came in for Pennington to handle the offense and if Cambridge has that defensive assignment on Moore. Dillon to the rack. Got a foul at the baseline.
Cambridge wasting no time getting that basketball and trying to take the baseline and drew a foul.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually going to have the defensive assignment on Moore because Moore guarding him on that play at the block.
So listen, as of right now, I know you're shooting free throws, right? Cambridge is at the line, but you have to contain and keep your eye on 24 what?
Cambridge short on the free throw. And you talk about this a lot, Walker, about certain periods in the game, minutes in a game that are really crucial one way or the other. Early in this second half, it would seem that these last 5 minutes, maybe into the next 3 or 4, would be critical for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee if they want to stay close in this basketball game. As Cambridge missed them both from the line.
That hurts. Golden Tigers shot 67% in that first half, but 0 for in the second.
Out front, Javian Johnson thought about a three-pointer, threw it away on the inside.
Study long, study wrong, Charles.
Yeah. Lyons at the block had it tapped away. Not sure what his thought was on that entry on an attempted lay-in. Euro step, shots off the mark. Basketball cleared by Martez Jones. Pushes to Cambridge. Dillon across the timeline left side. They're going to try to double him in the corner. They catch up with him there. Up top, he goes to Culpepper. Chip on a push right side. Now Austin Taylor out front with the basketball. We're at 15:25 left in this basketball game. 7 to shoot. Chip recognizes that. He'll float it all the way in. Left side, nicely done.
Oh, nifty move there by Culpepper.
Yeah.
Started on the right, crossed over to the left, and finished with the Lewis.
Taylor causes a turnover in the front court on Johnson.
Charles, I'm getting the feeling that Chip Culpepper has been battling through some knick-knack injuries. He just has not looked completely comfortable to me the last couple of ball games, really.
Curious to see, yeah. I was watching him going back down the court this last time after the lay-in left side. Seemed to be favoring that right leg a little bit. As we take a look at some of the numbers up to this point in the ballgame. 7 of 13 from the free throw line for Tuskegee. And the Golden Rams, although they lead it, they're only 4 of 10 from the free throw line in this contest. 13 of 28 shooting for the Golden Tigers, 14 of 30 from the floor for Albany State at 47%. Behind the arc, that's where the advantage is decidedly in favor of the Golden Rams. 6 of 13, most of those courtesy of Mr. Moore. And Tuskegee with just 1 3-point basket in this basketball game. Turnovers continuing to be a problem. Right now, Tuskegee at 16 compared to 11 for the Golden Rams.
Right now, they're trending for 8 in the second half of play, the 2 already in the first 4+ minutes of play. Make that 5 minutes of play. 15:09 remaining in the second half. 38-34 our score. Golden Rams leading it.
Reggie James and Alex Mina out on the floor now for Coach Gales and the Golden Rams. Austin Taylor in the backcourt over the Lions. Naquan across the timeline. Tries to work it right side. Bounce pass in traffic and they throw it away. Up the floor, leading it is Edwards. Dylan Edwards got a lay in and a whistle.
The 1-2 punch we talk about, Charles, you turn the basketball over on one side and then race down the other side and you foul and you give the other squad a 3-point opportunity, and that's what transpired there. Talked about Chip Culpepper not looking comfortable. Neither has Naquan Lyons so far this season. Another guy, it just seems like he's just off, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, Lions
I ain't
off
lying.
of that
Is that
ankle
what you
injury.
said?
Say again?
You said I ain't lying? Is that
No,
what you said?
you ain't lying. That's true.
But just doesn't seem comfortable, Charles.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not 100% because he had that ankle injury. Going as much as he can with it still. I'm not sure it's 100% at this point. Lions in traffic, leans back with the jumper, tried to bank it, but he missed. Jones with it there and a putback on the inside. He will go to the line. .37 remaining in the basketball game. Martez Jones shooting. And that one down in the cylinder and popped out for Martez and Tuskegee.
Well,
41-34, Tuskegee trailing. Need the free throws.
Martez Jones is struggling from the free throw line.
I get your emphasis. That's beyond struggle, right?
Hey, man, if he can be strong on the on the offensive side, he can be struggling from the line if he's not making buckets.
This guy is fluent in English, if you're wondering. So he just makes a point with emphasis. I like it, Walker. 14:37 left.
Not sure what the holdup is here, Charles, as our head referee tonight, Jackie Sanders, was discussing something with Benji Taylor. Not sure exactly what it was, but nonetheless, Jones makes 1 of 2 from the line. He's got 8 points tonight.
There's Moore back out on the floor for the Golden Rams for 3 this time, though. Banging it from way outside is Reggie James, the senior.
Reggie James. He's got 5.
7th three-pointer of the basketball game for the Golden Rams. Lions bounce past to Jones at the block. Got the flush and a whistle. That's a frustration dunk there, Walt.
Oh, he got all of it out there. Bang, bang. Lions did an extraordinary job in finding Jones. It was bang, bang, and up went Martez Jones to flush it home. Yeah, and like you said, Charles, that was with emphasis.
Surprised the rim survived that one.
Fans here at Golden Rams still buzzing about.
Jones missed on the free throw and a whistle. Lane violation. And it'll belong to the Golden Rams. Benji Taylor and officiator Jackie Sanders just been conversing all night long.
They've been tongue wrestling the last couple of times down the floor, Charles.
Yeah. 44-37, Golden Rams lead it. Anthony pushes back out behind the arc with the pass to James.
Where's 24?
Outside, this is Edwards for 3, and he gets into the three-point column. Three-point number 8 for the Golden Rams. And Cambridge trying to dunk it, lost it, and it's loose on the floor. Saved by Cambridge over to Lyons. Lyons leans back with the jumper. Shooter's roll, falls good for him. .25 left in the contest, 47-39. Golden Rams with the largest lead of the ball game. Moore on a weave. Edwards thought about the 3 again. He'll penetrate right side, goes to the rack and got a lay-in.
Edwards going in with fearless abandon on that drive, Charles, laying it up off the glass for 2.
4 set to check in for Coach Taylor next dead ball. This is Austin Taylor inside to Naquan. Across the floor, Culpepper. Bounce pass at the block. Jones to the rack. Got a lay-in and a foul.
Oh, yes. We're right after Reggie James on that one. A little mismatch in size differential. And Jones exploiting it.
Good recognition by Chip Culpepper on the pass inside. Mickens, Pennington, Draper. Back out on the floor.
Charles, one thing I will say about Martez Jones, he's all fire and brimstone. He's going to leave it all on the floor.
Oh, no doubt.
Like it or not.
And so far, 12:52, as Minima has not fouled since the start of the second half.
And he's collected 12 points so far in the game, Charles.
Yeah,
right at his average, now make it 13. Now smart move to bring him out of the game, conserve those 2 fouls he has left.
Coach Taylor got what he wanted to start the second half. James in the front court now, gives it to Edwards. Mickens has that defensive assignment. Wolford back out on the floor. Across the floor to Antoine Amber. Backpedaling down near the mid-stripe. James, 9 to shoot. Tie up there by Taylor. And Austin Taylor thought he had all ball there.
It looked good from this position, Charles. Looked like he did tie Reggie James up. James trying to take advantage of the smaller Austin Taylor. He's trying to muscle in on him right now.
Edwards trying to muscle up a 3. He missed on the shot. The rebound cleared by Draper.
Draper's done a nice job this evening, on rebounding the basketball on both sides of the floor.
Taylor, right side, Pennington, dangerous pass, so get away with it. Floater down at the block with the pass as Evan Howell goes to the glass and banks it. A little bit out of control, but got it to fall.
Listen, but Evan Howell found a way of putting that basketball inside the basket.
49-44, we're under 12 minutes remaining. Golden Rams with the lead in the basketball. Andy Antoine handles out front. On the turn now, it's James. Shot clock down to 10 for the Golden Rams. James way away from the arc. Entry pass, back out front. Here's Moore from way downtown and drills it there for the Golden Rams.
Him open, Charles. He's knocking him down. He's knocking everything down, Charles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-point baskets. 18 points to lead everybody.
Yeah, they're going to have to open up the doors to the arena. He can probably hit it from outside. Draper, left side behind the arc. Now to Pennington, 11-13 left. DeAnthony out front, Wolford guarding. DeAnthony, left corner, head fake, leans back with a jumper. Didn't get the foul call he wanted, but look at Mickens go skyborne there.
Oh, Mickens cherry pickings from the opposite side of that rebound.
Yeah.
Working his way inside for great position to come up with that basketball.
You combine his effort against Fort Valley with what we've seen tonight, he is definitely earning some playing time and more respect from Coach Taylor. 11:02 left in the basketball game. It's a 52-44 lead of the Golden Rams over the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. We'll take a timeout with them as well. Back with more SIAC basketball after the break.
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
Welcome back, everybody. Charles Ward, Dwayne Walker, 52-44 our score. Albany State Golden Rams, they're in the lead, 8-point lead. But, Charles, they are coming off an exciting 2-point overtime victory where Shakur Poteet was the hero. Now, even though tonight he only has 2 points in the game, bottom line is that his team is winning. But let's take a look from the game against Spring Hill. Clock winding down in overtime. 7-6. Look at the clock winding down. Poteet goes up, gets his own rebound, and taps it in with 0.3 seconds to play to give Albany State its first SIAC win this season.
Boy, glad you guys got those rack highlights of Poteet. Finished that ball game in the double-double. 25 points and 10 rebounds. 9 of 14 from the floor and 5 of 7 from behind the arc. Nice job, Eric Tabor, pulling that footage from that Spring Hill Albany State basketball game. Meanwhile, Mickens at the line for Tuskegee knocks down a free throw. Make it 52-46 with 11:02 left.
Mickens 9 of 12 so far this season from the free throw line, Charles, hitting at 75%. That's what you want to see.
Draper with a defensive assignment on Moore. Now they're trying to get a taller hand in his face as Edwards penetrates, but he missed on the lay-in. Pennington up the floor to Taylor. Holston works it back out front. Now we're at 10:35 left.
Golden
Draper,
Tigers
right
sliced
side.
this lead in half, Charles, with a three-point basket.
Nice wrap behind lead there for Draper, and Draper there for the flush. Nifty pass there inside by Pennington. We'll wrap around bouncer to Draper, and Kasami finished with the flush. There's more free, more damage. This time he missed one. Rebound, thrown out of bounds. Andy Antoine trying to get it up to the sideline and threw it right into the crowd.
Looking for Wolford on that play.
Martez Jones back out for Coach Taylor. Evan Howell, a couple of good minutes of contribution from him. He'll go to the bench.
Charles, now we have a chess match between Coach Patrick Gale
Yeah.
and Benji Taylor. Trying to match personnel here, each possession now.
Taylor, left side Martez, way away from the basket. Up top to Draper. To Sami. Guarded out front by Stallworth. Pennington free in the corner for three. Count it there for the Golden Tigers.
Ooh, that was a much-needed basket by DeAnthony Pennington. First time on the board in the second half for him. He's got 7 overall.
Cut it to 1, the lead for the Golden Rams. Andy Antoine away from the basket. Draper guarding him on the weave now with Stallworth. Stallworth right side, spins in the paint, dumped it down low, way underneath the basket. They try to throw it back out and throw it away. Anthony Antoine way under the basket. Tuskegee can take a lead here. Left side, Mickens fires a three. Spinners off the mark. There's Jones with a rebound. Floater, left it short. Basketball's loose, chased down by the Golden Rams. 9 minutes, 10 seconds left.
Excellent opportunity, Charles, for the Tuskegee Golden Tigers to take the lead on that possession. Came up short.
Yeah, Mickens had a good look at it, just not able to put it down, and Jones not able to convert on the putback. Field goal percentage, 19 of 38 for Tuskegee. They're climbing, and look at the opposite side of the stats there. The exact same thing for the Golden Rams. They are 19 of 38 as well.
Well, the story has been, Charles, like you're going to say, the 3-point differential.
How do you know what I'm going to say?
I'm all up in here, Charles. I'm all up in here, in that cranium. 9 of 18 for Albany State, a blistering 50%. That's very good shooting from the outside of the arc. And that really has been the difference so far. Got to commend Tuskegee for taking care of the basketball here in the latter stages of the second half. They came in with 14 turnovers in the first half and committed only 3 so far in the first 11 minutes. So that is being pretty proficient.
Yeah, Tuskegee, Pennington with that last three-pointer in the corner got just 2 three-pointers for them, but that was a big one that he hit there. As we go to 9:07, and the point lead for the Golden Rams is just down to 1, even with them shooting at 9 of 18 from behind the arc. Edwards spins left side, jumper, tried to bank it as he missed it. Taylor trying to catch up with that play. Really one of those fouls there to Wayne, as Edwards already passed Taylor. There's nothing else he can do. You really don't have to try to bump him. That was really at the waist level, just filling for him. He was already airborne with the shot.
Just let him get that shot off and take your chances with a hit or miss.
Sure.
Can't compound the issue by fouling him.
Yeah, especially if you're catching up with the play. Nothing's going to go well for you in that regard. It didn't. Fortunately, Edwards missed the shot, but he'd be shooting 2 free throws here. And he missed on the first.
Dylan Edwards, not a lot of free throw attempts on the season. That's just his first. Yes, first free throw attempt by Edwards all year.
Goes 1 of 2 from the line. Now for the Golden Rams, the last couple of minutes played without Wallace on the floor, played without Walford on the floor, and played without Moore on the floor. But now Coach Gale's putting them back into the lineup, and a steal in the backcourt right away. Golden Rams come away with the basketball game. Walford works the baseline, right side.
Got away with the carry there, Charles.
Culpepper guarding defensively. Now they doubled Antoine at the block, but too late. Andy Antoine got the lay-in, make it 55-51.
Aggressive move to the goal, Charles, and I believe that's the first time he has scored all night long.
Pennington behind the arc, trying to work off of a screen. Now he'll slide right side, across the floor to Lyons. Naquan back to Pennington. 10 to shoot now for Tuskegee. Taylor in the paint, floater to the glass, missed on the shot. Holston kind of pushing away from the cylinder on that shot versus body lean going forward. Left corner bounce pass at the block. Antoine had it blocked by Jones, and a jump ball call.
He got hemmed up underneath the basket, was going to try to reverse the basketball, but he was met there by two defenders. Both Lyons and Jones were on hand walling up that attempt, and in essence caused the jump ball, alternating possession.
Tuskegee has it. Lyons got it into Taylor. Full court pressure by the Golden Rams. Taylor over to Lyons. Naquan across the timeline. Dangerous pass at the corner. It'll stay with Tuskegee.
Got to take care of the basketball down the stretch here, Charles. 7:52 to play, and it is crucial. Every possession now from here on out, going both ways down the floor, are crucial possessions.
Lyons to inbound it. It's down to our left. 7:52 remains. 55-51 and a media timeout here inside the Campus West Arena. We'll take a break as well. This is SIAC basketball. More after timeout.
Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easy to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
Hometown Ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
Back live inside the West Campus Arena at Albany State University. 7:52 remains in this basketball game. 55-51. Golden Rams with the lead. Tuskegee within earshot of their first conference win of the season, but they trail it by 4. Jones with the inbound pass. Martez.
Looking for a guard to come grab it.
Threw it right over to Wolford. And back the other way with the lay-in. Careless entry pass. We saw that a couple of games ago, Dwayne, where that's Tuskegee just careless about inbounding the basketball. In that case, the ball already in play, but just a lazy pass. Culpepper in the paint, didn't expect to be open. Mickens at the block to Jones, and a whistle.
Well, you could tell, Charles, that Jones did not want to handle the basketball. He wanted... Jones wanted to give the ball immediately up to a guard, but could not find a guard approaching the basketball to meet the pass, so to speak. And now Jackie Sanders is an officiating crew. They're asking Adrian White, the assistant coach for the Golden Rams, to have a seat.
Politely.
A little too verbal.
Yeah. But to your point, Walker, about protecting that basketball as Martez hits that first free throw, which is critical for them. In that situation, perhaps you take the time out versus the turnover in terms of what happened on that play, just to keep that basketball.
Well, you've got to determine who the leader is actually on the floor. So in that case, it should be DeAnthony Pennington coming to grab that ball out of his hands, because you don't want the big fella to have the ball 30 feet away from the basket.
No, I agree with that. I just think the spacing was so terrible because Pennington was right there next to him with both defenders right there. It was difficult to get a pass to him.
Good call.
57-53, Golden Rams lead it. Wolford, hard step right side, in the paint, Euro to the glass, spinners off the mark. Jones clears for Tuskegee, out to Pennington. DeAnthony slides left side, now going to go all the way through the rack, lost the basketball. Up top, foul on extended. Lyons had a jumper, should have taken it.
He had a field goal that he could have taken at the free throw line, and instead he hesitated, not confident. I'll stress it again, Charles. Naquan Lyons just does not look comfortable in his own skin out on the basketball court.
I take your point. 6:52, easy jumper from the free throw line there. You got to take it. Can't get much closer. That's what he thought. He could get in a couple more steps, but if you're going to do that, you have to do what's required first. Pitter-patter, the basketball. Poteet now across the timeline. Under 7 remaining. 4-point lead for the Golden Rams. Out front now, and the Antoine handles. Draper guarding him. And that gets Coach Gale up on his feet. He wanted Poteet to come out and get that basketball away from the taller player.
So, Charles, if you're the Tuskegee Golden Tigers, you have to think about strategically fouling down the stretch here because it's a 4-point game right now. You're trailing by 4. You've only committed 14 fouls so far on the half as Poteet drives to the rack and scores.
Yeah, slid right there in between two defenders. That defense of Tuskegee's just got to get stronger on the inside. Mickens across the timeline. He'll push it left side all the way through. Tapped by Wallace, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Golden Tigers.
Poteet's been quiet tonight, Charles, with only a couple of field goals.
6:16 remains. 59-53 lead. Pennington, give and go Jones. No, DeAnthony, hard push in the paint, leans back with the jumper. Shot it at the front of the iron. Basketball over to Wolford and the Golden Rams. Approaching the 6-minute mark remaining. Wallace out front. Gives it over to Moore. Moore over to Petit. He's free, fires a 3, finds the bottom. Pennington will push across the timeline. Lead up to 9 now for the Golden Rams. 5:40 left. Jones left side over to Mickens. Mickens slides up top. Whistles on a push-off there. Wallace too close on Kasami. So redshirt freshman Dylan Cambridge back out on the floor.
All right, Charles, so we got some bonus situations happening right now.
This is where they can make up a difference, like you referenced, if they can do the work from the free throw line. Draper good on the first. Taylor back out. He'll replace Pennington in the lineup.
And the key here, Charles, is still aggressively trying to attack the basket and draw fouls. Albany State committing 18 fouls so far this half, which means that Golden Tigers will be shooting.
Draper good on both from the line. 5:25 left, 62-55. Wolford in the corner, hard push by him. Underneath, reverse layup, left side, got it.
I told you, he's just crazy athletic, Charles, the way this young man can control his body.
Taylor up the floor, had the pass, batted, and taken away by the Golden Rams. Poteet sees a lane there, lost it to Taylor though. Up the floor, here goes Jones. Jones to the rack, tried to dunk it, but the foul occurred by Wallace well before Jones to the rack, but he will be shooting.
It's going to be a 2-shot foul charge. Blaze Wallace will be assessed that personal foul. Got to give credit for Taylor with that defensive effort causing that last turnover. Couple of substitutions now for the Golden Tigers. Lyons will check back in the game, and we'll see our first bit of Chris Whitmore. Have not seen him tonight so far, Charles. He'll get his first taste with 5:01 to play in regulation.
Freshman from Tucker, Georgia. Free throws in front of Jones. Martez for the first, got that one.
Martez Jones tonight, Charles, 7 free throws he's hit so far tonight.
Clutch by him.
7 of his 15 points have been free throws.
Missed on that shot. Whitmore tried to chase it down, but Wallace got there first. Under 5 left now.
Double bonus, next foul committed here. Nice job by Jones, anticipating. Jones going up. Jones coming down.
Yeah. Difference maker. They try to get Wolford at the baseline. They double him there and a whistle.
All right, so they're going to call a foul on Culpepper. Not so bad because, again, if you're Tuskegee trailing by 8 or 6, you're going to have to get to a point where it might become a free throw shooting contest, and you might need to commit those fouls.
Wallace to unbound it. 4:35 left. 64-58. Golden Rams hanging on to that lead.
And if you're the Albany State Golden Rams, you have to play with discipline because you're in the double bonus if you commit your 10th team foul.
Poteet across the timeline now. Got a screen out front. Tries to work it right side. Now dumped it down low and a whistle inside the paint.
They called that one, I want to say, on Whitmore. First one for him.
4:21 left. Got to wonder at what point Coach Taylor is going to go back with the Pennington and put Draper back out on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Well, Charles, as I look at this, okay, now they've changed it from 5 fouls to 6 fouls. So the next foul by either team, unless it's a player control foul, we're going to be shooting free throws. Either 1-and-1 if you're Albany State. Double bonus situation for the Golden Tigers.
Wolford looking to the inside to inbound the basketball. Up behind the arc, Javian Johnson now over to Wallace. Wolford stops with the jumper, missed on it badly. Basketball cleared by Whitmore, and here comes Tuskegee now. Taylor lost his dribble way out front over the Lions. Now Culpepper free, fires a 3. Missed on it backside, but Jones there with a rebound and a putback for Tuskegee.
Jones has been over assertive in this game. You got to be impressed by his efforts tonight, Charles.
Indeed. Great effort behind the other side of the rack to get the rebound and the lay-in.
13 points in the second half, Charles. 19 points overall to lead all scorers.
3:52 remains. Coach Benji Taylor and referee Jackie Sanders continue their conversation. Jones that time able to get that rebound and a putback. And I'm sure Coach Taylor pleading there was a foul in there somewhere. Stats put on the screen here. Take a look at it in terms of the field goal percentage. 21 of 44 now for Tuskegee. And Golden Rams 24-45 at 53% shooting. And 53% from behind the arc as well. 10 of 19 in three-point shooting for Albany State. Turnovers climbing for Tuskegee. They're at 21 now. 16 for the Golden Rams. But you're talking about it, Dwayne, where it's going to be probably most important is what we see in that free throw category going under 4 minutes left. The basketball will belong to Albany State. Wilson, Wallace, Poteet, Wolford, Moore, and Andy Antoine out. Tuskegee with Whitmore, Jones, Culpepper, Lyons, and Pennington back out on the floor. Gut check time now for both teams. Poteet, hard push right side. They're going to let him slide all the way to block underneath, and a whistle. They let Poteet get too far down inside before the defense collapsed on him. Draper set to check in next dead ball.
So Whitmore charged for his second personal foul, and as many plays down the floor. 17 fouls, so bonus situation now for the Albany State Golden Rams.
Sure, just looking at Martez Jones lining up for his free throws, man, he is huffing and puffing. But like you said, that's maybe a Jim Brown move there. It's like, I can't go another play, but give me the ball and you'll see. Draper back out on the floor now as Lyons takes a seat. Poteet from the free throw line. Got him from the line.
Still a two-possession game, Charles. 66-60.
No turnovers for Tuskegee as Draper brings it across the timeline. On the weave to Pennington. With 3:30 remaining. Wolford has that defensive assignment. Wrap around pass to Jones at the block. Martez backing in, slides it across the floor to Culpepper.
What's the call?
I'm not sure if it was 3 seconds or something called out front there.
Wasn't very clear what the call was on the floor.
Half court set for the Rams. They throw it away. Pennington comes away with the turnover. Pennington lead behind for Whitmore. Whitmore in the paint, and he got the lay in.
Excellent job by Whitmore, keeping his composure and nailing that shot, all net.
Whitmore, his first points of the season for the Golden Tigers.
In a clutch situation too, Charles, with 4-point game with under 3 minutes to play.
Poteet out front for the Golden Rams. Fires a three-pointer from outside, and just without conscience knocks it down. Boy, that's Patrick Gale's no, yes. 69-62 after the triple out front. On the weave, Pennington. Pennington underneath the defense, got a spinner to fall. Good for him on the lay-in. Timeout. Tuskegee takes it with 2:13 left, trailing at 69-64. Back with more basketball from the West Campus Arena on the campus of Albany State University.
ASU offers 14 certificates and associates, 29 bachelor's, 11 master's, an educational specialist degree, and over 20 fully online programs. Learn more about our dental hygiene program with an on-site clinic, or our business degrees like marketing or accounting. Earn a degree in visual and performing arts, or stay on the cutting edge with a degree in blockchain technology. Visit asurams.edu for more information, and remember, excellence is the standard.
Hey, future business leader. Launch your success story at one of the nation's premier HBCUs. Learn cutting-edge practices and feed your entrepreneurial spirit. Tuskegee University. We get the business of business education.
Back to live action. 2:13 remains. Tuskegee trailing it. Golden Rams with a 69-64 lead and the basketball. Wallace inbounds it to Poteet. And we met Sakura's mom last time we were down here for the basketball game. Sure she's either here tonight or watching. Poteet leading that offense for the Golden Rams. Wolford, a three-pointer in the corner, missed on the shot. Rebound taken away by Culpepper. Whitmore with the pass outlet to Jones. Jones crossover left side, whistles at the block.
Big spill down there, Charles.
Wallace guilty of the foul. Jones will be at the line to shoot. 1:48 left in the ball game.
1:48 left in regulation.
And just that tie up down at the block. And just as you referenced before, Martez just so strong and athletic that you come up out of a tie up like that wondering, are they going to call it on him? They did not. They called it on Blaze instead. And Jones to shoot.
Jones he's been living at the free throw line tonight, Charles.
This is a situation Tuskegee wants to try to get points on the board with the clock not running. Jones missed on the first. Dwayne just still looking across the floor at Coach Taylor and Jackie Sanders, the official. Benji's probably saying, okay, now you're at the point you got to give me a break now.
Right.
Been killing me all game long. As Jones got 1 of 2 from the line.
He's got 20 points tonight, Charles. Put it in my stat sheet.
I'm sure that's accurate. Nobody stats a game better than you while calling it, that's for sure. Credit to your schizophrenic personality. Whistles on a play and a half court set. Across the floor. They call it on Culpepper. And you referenced it a few minutes ago. Now the Golden Rams going to be at the free throw line shooting.
Moore has been on fire tonight from distance. He's hit 6 3-point baskets. Unofficially, 6 of 8 from distance. And surprisingly missed that one. Free throw.
Wolford took a shot to the chops for the Golden Rams as Pennington races back the other way off of the foot of Wolford. It'll stay with Tuskegee.
Golden Tigers must take care of the basketball here, Charles. Cannot afford not one turnover here down the stretch.
Jones wants the basketball. Pushed it right out front and got away with a lazy pass there. Pennington out front, guarded by Wolford.
Got to attack if you're Tuskegee.
And you get him for the travel violation. Not sure if I saw his feet moving on that, but
Pennington's trying to assist that he got shoved a bit by the defender, Wolford. Wolford clapping his hands in approval on that turnover.
Wolford, such an aggressive defensive player with those long arms that we talked about last time we saw him. Covers a lot of ground in defensive coverage with him. Good job there.
Gold Tigers need to stop here on defense. They can play up and on us with just a minute to play.
Jones out front picks up that foul. So that's 4 on him with a minute remaining.
Got to tell you, though, Jones has shown tremendous poise in the second half. He has played at a high level, had not dropped off in the intensity, and had not committed a foul in the second half until that one.
Wallace to the line. Had some insurance for the Golden Rams with some free throws, but he missed on it. Missed the first. Jones clears.
Wallace has missed 4 free throws so far tonight, Charles.
Pennington across the timeline, left side. Tried to bounce it down in the block. Got it to Jones. Missed on the dunk. Got his own rebound, though, and banked it back.
Fortunate for him, but I like his enthusiasm.
Sure.
2-point ball game, Charles. 40 seconds to play.
Can't curb his enthusiasm at all. Got that rebound follow-up.
Golden Tigers have to play disciplined defense here. No foul, just tough D.
Wolford backpedals now one-on-one with Draper.
They will get an opportunity to score.
9 seconds left. Poteet slides the paint, floaters off the mark. Rebound, Jones inside. He takes a quick timeout.
Smart.
18 seconds left now, Walker.
If you're Coach Benji Taylor, this is all you could ask for, Charles, to be in a situation where you have an opportunity to win it. And although they trail it by 2, they have just that with 18 seconds to play. Take a look at our updated statistics. Look at that free throw story, 17 of 27 compared to 8 of 17 for Albany State. Look at that. Albany State shooting below 50% tonight from the charity stripe. So look at that three-point average, though.
Yeah.
11 to 21, 52.4%. That's outstanding.
As you take a look at the two-point conversions as well, one more by the Golden Rams, each taking 48 shots at it. They have 25 out of 48, 24 out of 48 for the Golden Tigers.
Well, really the difference also, Tuskegee's made 9 more free throws than Albany State. However, Albany State has made 9 more three-point baskets than Tuskegee, and that's where the difference is.
Sure. When you look at those numbers, you would think that Albany State perhaps should be a little bit further ahead than where they are. But Tuskegee, as you referenced, making up some categories that help them stay into this basketball game, despite committing the 23 turnovers in the contest. One of the points to factor right here is that last category, fast break points. Tuskegee with 7 compared to none for the Golden Rams. But now it's 18 seconds to take it the length of the floor, Walt.
Hey, again, you're in a double bonus situation. You do want to be in attack mode. The question is, do you want to take the last shot of the game?
It'll be token pressure, we assume, by the Golden Rams on this inbound.
Shot clock not in play here, Charles, with 18 seconds remaining.
Pennington with the basketball. Petit guarding closely. DeAnthony, they got a wraparound with their arm, but no call. Lead behind for Draper.
Draper looking a little panicked.
Over to Pennington, 6 now. Pennington to the rack, shot rejected, and that'll do it. Blaze came in and rejected the shot by Pennington.
Oh, wow. Andy Antoine said, no.
Yeah. And looking in the middle of the floor, Wolford calls for it. The fans give it to him. Tuskegee with a shot at it down inside of a couple seconds left. Pennington on the penetration.
Charles,
you give that to Anthony Antoine with the block inside?
That's when I give it to it, and it looked clean to me. But on both sides of the floor, that's what you want to do. If you're the Tuskegee Golden Tigers, you want to take that basketball and attack the rim like the Anthony Pennington did. It was just a better defensive effort by Antoine coming over and making that clutch block. So again, if you're Coach Benji Taylor, that's what you want. Unfortunately for the Golden Tigers, it was Andy Antoine that made a terrific defensive challenge and cleanly blocked that basketball.
Indeed, Pennington didn't have any other option other than to lay it up because he knew he was out of time. One more pass, they would have not gotten the shot off at all. But Antoine standing strong in the paint to reject it. So the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee get rejected here tonight at the West Campus Arena at Albany State, trying to get their first conference win of the season, but the Golden Rams able to hang on and win it 69-67 over Tuskegee. So the Golden Rams up their season mark to 4-1 on the campaign, and they go to 2-0 in SIAC play. And the Golden Tigers, still in search of their first conference win, they go to 1-6 overall and 0-2 in SIAC play. Walker, final thoughts?
As we get a look at our final game stats, we talked about it before, Charles. The difference really, three-point advantage. 11 three-point baskets for Albany State. They shot a very impressive 52.4%. And also the turnover margin. Tuskegee committed 23 turnovers, far too many. If you get up into the 20s, that's just way too many turnovers. And but that being said, however, Charles, there's still definitely some positives if you're Coach Benji Taylor that you can take from this young Tuskegee Golden Tigers team. They were down. They battled back. They didn't give up. And in the game's waning moments, they still had an opportunity to make a difference in the ballgame. They could have tied or actually taken the lead on the very last possession. So I would take my chances if, with that. I can feel good about that if I'm Benji Taylor. Sure, you wanted to win the ball game, but how you lost, how you competed, how your guys battled, I was impressed with both of these teams, to be perfectly honest with you.
Indeed, you're right. Golden Rams able to weather the storm of the Golden Tigers and keep that lead to win it. And one of the things we talked about was Martez Jones and him getting that fourth foul finally with just a minute remaining. And it may have been a growth moment for him in this basketball game as well.
The young man played his heart out, and at the end of the game, after the block. He was so frustrated. He flung his arm out, yelled an expletive, if I could read lips correctly. But in defense of the young man, he got in line and went and shook all of the Albany State Golden Rams' hands. So class move by Martez Jones. I was very impressed by his performance today, Charles. I thought he was the player of the game on both sides, maybe aside from on the other side, Jameer Moore, who just shot the lights out of the basketball for the Albany State Golden Rams.
Yeah, Moore with a performance that he's likely not to forget anytime soon. Just really put that Golden Ram team on his back for a few minutes in that contest, just hitting three-pointer after three-pointer after three-pointer.
Came out in the second half, Charles, and drilled 4 3-point baskets, man.
That'll do it every time. Golden Rams do it tonight. They win it 69-67 over the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, and they push up their season mark to 4-1 and 2-0 in SIAC play. Tuskegee 1-6 and 0-2 in SIAC play. That'll do it for our coverage here from the West Campus Arena at Albany State University. Certainly want to thank Albany State for its incorporation. We're working with the Tuskegee Athletics Department to allow us to come in and show video of this basketball game back to the Tuskegee faithfuls. But unfortunately, Golden Tigers fall short tonight. Golden Rams win it. Dwayne, always a pleasure working with you, my friend. And we say thank you to this young camera crew here that came in under the tutelage of yourself while the game was going on, giving direction, and producer and director Eric Tabor, Kathy Jones, Justin Mitchell, and Rihanna Streeter, the 3 students here at Albany State that provided the camera work. Hope you enjoyed what you saw from those students. And Eric Tabor, thanks so much for your production coverage here for this basketball game. That'll do it here from Albany State University. Final score once again in the men's contest, 69-67. Golden Tigers of Albany State win it over the Golden Rams win it over the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Charles Ward here saying thanks so much for joining us for this afternoon and evening of basketball. See you next time.